What is up, my friends? You are all very welcome back to part two of a Football Future series that we're doing here on Anfield Agenda. Now, this is based off an article that Sky put up and a series that Sky are doing about potential rule changes in the game that you might see over the next 5 or 10 years. So I've picked out some of the ones that I think are the most provocative, and I'm going to ask you guys to let me know if you agree with them or you disagree with them in the comment section. Of course, I hope that you enjoy this video. If you do, please do drop a like on it, and of course, hit that subscribe button. So if you watch part one of this, you'll know we went through the first 7 or 8 changes. I've got 5 or 6 more for you today. The last one, well, that's going to be the one that I think provokes the most debate. I'm not even sure as I sit here now how I'm going to approach that, but without any more hold-ups, let's get straight into it and start off with the first one. So, first potential rule change is some fouls are not a penalty in the area this is. And I agree with it. If you watch part one of this video, you would have known that I spoke about some fouls, the crime not fitting the punishment. Players going away from the goal, or players who are, handball it right in the very edge of the technical area. Sometimes a penalty feels like too big of a punishment for the crime. So yes, some fouls are not a penalty is one that I agree with. But I feel it'll be very difficult to police because who's going to make up the thresholds? Who's going to decide which ones are and aren't? Is it going to be handballs that aren't punished? Is it going to be trips that aren't punished, or certain pushes or tugs that aren't punished? I feel like it's one that could be open to the referee's interpretation too much, and again, potentially cause more division inside the game between the fans and the referees than it would actually help anybody. But on the surface of it, as I said, I am somebody that thinks sometimes penalties are a little bit too much of a gift for what actually happened. We've all been watching a game of football where our teams conceded a penalty from a situation that was never going to result in a goal, but penalties, they pretty much all, well, I think it's about 80%, 85% result in goals. So for me, yes, but I don't know how it would be policed. What do you think? Agree or disagree? Moving on to the next one now. A spot moved back for penalties from 12 yards to 14 yards, so the spot being moved back 2 yards. This is one that I don't really have too much of a strong feeling on. If you're a professional footballer trying to be the keeper from a 12-yard spot, you should be able to do it. And as a former keeper, I feel like they tried to punish keepers way too much in these scenarios. We've all seen the Jersey Dudek saves against AC Milan in Istanbul. He was a little bit far off his line for some of them. But I think goalkeepers should be given some help in these scenarios. A professional footballer at an elite level scoring a penalty from 12 or 14 yards shouldn't really make that much of a difference. So I'm always going to be on the side of team goalkeeper. So yeah, move it back. Make it more difficult. Make them work for the goals and give goalkeepers more of an opportunity to be heroes. That's what I say, but maybe you disagree. Over to you to have your say. Next one up today is kick-ins instead of throw-ins. It's a weird one, this. It will be interesting. I'm going to say yeah. Because look, think of the rest of the game. Players never have to use their hands unless they're the goalkeeper. So, making them kick it from the sideline, I mean, yeah, why not? Make it a bit more complicated. Maybe they can get on with it a bit more quickly, and maybe we'll see a little more innovation in these set pieces as well. So, I'm going to say yeah. I wouldn't mind this one. Make them kick it instead of throwing it. We've all seen goals come from throw-ins, but we've also seen many throw-ins that are very boring and just lobbed up into an area. Imagine Trent was able to step up and hit a 35-yard diag across to somebody, which he wouldn't be able to do with a throw-in. So yeah, why not? Let's move it. Let's change it. Kick-ins instead of throw-ins. I'm for it. What do you say? Only 5 in the box for corners. Now, I don't know if this rule is for both teams or if it's only going to be 5 attacking players in it. But, nah, I like the messiness of a congested penalty area. I like the idea of cleverness and shenanigans and players bumping off each other and players being used as diversions and tactics, because it's hard to score goals in football. Teams work hard on set pieces trying to figure out ways to put the ball in the back of the net. So I'm going to say no. I think teams should be able to have as many defenders, as many attackers as they want in the penalty area for a corner. So I'm going to say no. Leave it as it is. But I'm probably in the minority. What do you think? Would you like to see maybe 5 players go up? Your 5 tallest players, I don't know, go up to compete with their 5 best defenders? I don't know where you'd put the rest of the players, by the way. I'm sure you'd have them kind of forming a guard of honour around the edge of the 18-yard box as soon as the corner's taken, but I don't know. Open to discussion. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with this innovation, or do you think it's absolutely ridiculous? And the last one that I had, and I did warn you guys that this was potentially going to be the most divisive of it all, is removing offsides from the game. This is one that I think football fans have debated for the longest time. So whether you're new to the game and you don't really understand offsides, or whether you're a football fan who's frustrated with offsides being either, a nostril hair too close and given, removing offsides, I don't know how this would work. I mean, there's one part of me that thinks that, well, you're going to get goal poachers, so that means you're going to have a defender that sits deep. Maybe that will stretch the pitch. Maybe that will give teams more opportunity to find ways to breach the fences or poke the holes through it. But it's also one of the most important parts of sport. We've all had the relief and the frustration of offsides. The relief when you can see the goal only for that flag to go up and you thank God that somebody's gone too early. Or the other side of it, when you're on the receiving end of a flag going up for offside and you don't get to celebrate, or you celebrate preemptively only for VAR to ruin it for you. So removing offsides from the game, I still don't know how I feel about it. Part of me thinks yes, part of me thinks no, because I don't think we'll ever come up with a solution to offsides that is going to work for everybody. There's this talk now that if any part of your body is touching off the line of the last defender, you're onside. But same thing, we're still going to have marginal calls. So maybe removing offside altogether is a solution. Or maybe it's just going to end up with keepers going long to forwards and you lashing 3 or 4 tall players right up inside the 6-yard box hoping to disrupt the keeper. I don't know. I can't see it being workable in all honesty, but it is one of the rules that is discussed the most in the game. And I don't know if there's a solution to it, but I think I'm going to go on the sides of no, let's not remove offside. Yeah, I'm on that side. What do you think? Is there an argument to be made for removing it altogether, or is it just an absolutely crazy idea that someone's trying to shoehorn into the game? Remember the back pass rule? Games used to be pretty dull when defenders just passed the ball back to the keeper, rolled it back out and passed the ball back to the keeper. So that was an innovation, I guess, that helped the game. I just don't know if removing offside to do the same thing or if it would just potentially create more headaches. Maybe you've picked up on something that I've missed out on. So truly am looking forward to reading through your comments and again, catching up with your opinions. Thank you for your continued support of the channel. If you're watching this, it's going to be Saturday. Don't worry, we will be back live tomorrow and Sunday. Hope to see you all then. Again, thank you for your time. Do drop a like on the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But most importantly, let me know your thoughts on these potential rule changes. Over to you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.